Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-December 2024. You start with this here and now card and this flexible card. So definitely a good time to be present. I mean, we still have all this retrograde energy, even though Mercury is direct on the 15th. Which actually, this video is going to come out on the 15th, so it will be direct when you're watching it probably. So again, even though Mercury is direct, we still have the shadow. We have Mars retrograde. We still have Chiron retrograde, and everything else. So again, I think that retrograde times are just great times for being present, staying flexible, just all that other good, happy BS, right? Aquarius, and that's exactly what I would do. You have the Three of Wands in your current general energies. The first card here is how you are entering into the reading. And the Three of Wands is expansion and wanting to expand. I think that everyone probably wants to expand just at this time in general. I will say that we also have Jupiter and Gemini, and you being an air sign are going to feel that energy a little bit stronger. And so even though it's not in your sign, doesn't matter. I still feel that Jupiter and Gemini could be making you feel like you want to expand or grow or just go kind of like do new things. The Three of Wands is also about adventure, and again with Mercury direct, Mercury's direct in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about adventure. So some of you literally could just be wanting to go on adventures, or you could be wanting to do new things with the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is a great card for doing that. Three of Wands is also a great card for stepping into the unknown. And you also have the High Priestess, which is a great card for exploring mysteries. So, if there's something unknown that you want to learn more about, I think now would be an amazing time to educate yourself on things that you don't know, or if you're just curious about something. You never know how learning about something that you don't know about could change your life. You have the Fool as your crossing energy. And so the crossing energy in a Celtic cross can be what hurts you or helps you. The Fool is about needing to take a leap of faith. So I do kind of feel that it's time for you to take some sort of leap of faith in a new direction in your life. And, that's exactly what I would do here with these cards. It's as a crossing energy, it's almost as if the Three of Wands is the Fool looking over a cliff. He's looking at the harbor there with the boats on it. And it's almost like you see an opportunity that could lead to expansion. But, with the Fool crossing, it can say that you aren't taking a leap of faith towards something. I would say that you're probably, if you are looking at an opportunity, could be for any area of your life, or if you're thinking about something that you want to do, and if you're not doing it, this is probably the problem right here, is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is coming up in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. So with the High Priestess, we have to trust our intuition. But the challenge with the High Priestess is that sometimes we just don't know. We can look at an opportunity, but we just, it's a complete mystery to us. We're not sure if it's going to be a good opportunity or a bad opportunity. So number one, I would trust your intuition. Number two, the High Priestess needs to realize that she can explore the mystery, right? She can learn as much as she can about it, which will kind of protect her in a way. The other thing is she can visualize how she wants it to go. She has these 3 stages of the moon right here on her crown. And those 3 stages of the moon basically represent the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of everything she enters into before she enters into it, but not necessarily intuitively. She could be doing this through visualizing. So again, if you have something that you want, or some sort of leap of faith that you want to take, the High Priestess says, do not allow negative thoughts to creep in. Keep it positive and, visualize the opportunity as you want it to go, and it will probably go that way. In the area of your foundation, you have the Eight of Wands. Really good card to have in your foundation. The Eight of Wands is usually quick success or a quick conclusion. It can also represent communication as well. But in the area of your foundation, it would kind of represent the direction that your energy is pointing in. These were traditionally the arrows of love, meaning that we tell the universe what we want in love, and the universe responds by, bringing us a person that is in alignment with what we want. But, nowadays, this could be anything that you desire. And as long as you are aiming in one direction and focusing in one direction, you have the Nine of Pentacles here as well, which is all about focus. We'll talk about it in a minute. As long as your thoughts are moving in one direction, you're more likely to manifest success in whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So, there you go. I would also say that with the Three of Wands, this could definitely be movement. And so you could be thinking about making a move towards something that you want. Next, in the area of the past, this is the energy that you are moving past. You have this card that says accept responsibility. You also have this forgiveness card. So you could be forgiving the past, literally. This is coming up in the area of the past, the energy you're moving past. So some of you could be forgiving like a past connection or a past situation, and you could just be accepting responsibility for your part and kind of like learning from it and moving on, right? Which is great. You also have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, she has this falcon on her hand right here, and it represents the fact that she is training her focus. So she is teaching herself like how to focus on what she wants. She is being focused. So I think that focus could be very important for you with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is also a card of abundance or creating more abundance. So, again, even though it's coming up in the past, I think a lot of you could be doing things that could increase your abundance. I also get a message here that there are things that you have done in the past that could lead to abundance, but you're not, like, I think you need to, it's like you need to realize that you could get something out of things that you worked on in the past. Does that make sense? Probably not. But that's the energy I get here. It's really funny because like during this retrograde or like just before it, basically I hired a person who is editing all my calls that I do with my group, right? And like editing them down and pulling out the good parts, and I'm reusing those calls for other things like my other YouTube channel and things like that. So it's like I'm getting more out of work that I've already done, which really would just go wasted because, pretty much, it's like I've done like, I don't know, 1 million calls this year, and, it's hard for people to watch them all, right? So I'm like reusing them. And I'm sorry to talk about myself so much here, but again, I feel like there's something that you do or that you have done or a lesson that you've learned that you could be reusing, and it's definitely popping into my head, and it could lead to like wealth or, it could lead to more money, or it could be something that helps you get a job or something like that. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have the Stag Spirit. It says, you are meant for great things. Trust in all that you have to offer. I always get this message for you, Aquarius, maybe like the past couple of readings. I get this feeling of like imposter syndrome. It's like you end with the Ace of Pentacles. You see something that you want, or there's an opportunity that you desire, whatever it is. And, it's almost like I feel like you're saying to yourself that you're like not good enough or something. And I feel like you need to start telling yourself you are good enough. You have this temptation card. It says, what is tempting you at the moment may not be a wise choice. Retrogrades, right? So, during retrogrades, I, of course, would, pay attention to all temptations and make sure that you're not just like, allowing yourself to get into something that isn't right. You have the Queen of Pentacles also in the very near future. The Queen of Pentacles is all about resourcefulness and using your resources. So I think a lot of you could be improving your resources or using your resources in a better way. Like I always say, I think everybody should do this right now. I mean, we are in a time of resourcefulness where the universe is requiring us to be resourceful. Just like I said, I'm reusing the calls that I've done and making them better, right? I am reusing a resource. All these retrogrades. During retrogrades, any RE word is a good idea. So, anything you can think of, anything that you can revisit, reuse, redo, improve, make better, all those things are popping into my head. And obviously, I don't know what you all do, but I think you need to look and see. It's like, like I said, even if you're like trying to get a job, for example, that Nine of Pentacles is like saying to me, like, maybe you have done things that you don't think are valuable, but if you put them on your resume, it might make the difference. And, again, I don't have any good examples, but maybe you have a certification. Maybe you took an online class on Udemy or something like that, right? It's like, I think that the Nine of Pentacles is saying you need to, like, not discount something from the past. Something that you did. And again, the reason I'm going on and on about this is because I think it's important. But, again, I would look at that. Or, I would just start thinking about the things you've accomplished, the things you've done, because it might help you, like, get a job or something else. Next, in the area of your outcome row, you have this card that says, a new romantic cycle begins. We don't really see a lot of love here, but, we'll see what comes up. You have this card that says a time for healing. Yes, your first card is the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is a good card for healing. So I think that a lot of you could be, going through a healing period, or it's time for healing. Again, over the next few months, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is a great card for healing, or kind of like working on healing energy. So you could be just healing over the next few months. Also, the Temperance card is about turning one thing into another. We can turn a negative into a positive with the temperance card, or we can turn a positive into a negative with the temperance card. Obviously, I would turn negatives into positives with the temperance card. Again, this is like a really good card for turning things around. So I think you have the opportunity to turn any situation in your life around if you put the work in to do it. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Three of Cups. This is about all relationships in your life, and the Three of Cups is an amazing card for relationships. So I think a lot of you could just be getting a lot of support from the people in your life, and you could really be celebrating with the people in your life as well. They have these pumpkins around them, and the Three of Cups kind of represents celebrating a harvest. So these three ladies here are celebrating a harvest that's happening in their life, and I think a lot of you could just be, celebrating with the people that matter to you, again, this could also say that people in your life are wanting to help you grow, or wanting to help you make more money or have harvests, and I definitely feel that with the Three of Cups. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about going on a new adventure. This is coming up in the area of your future feelings. And this is an amazing card to have in the area of your future feelings. It says that you're feeling very enthusiastic and very excited about the future. He is a card of enthusiasm. So I feel a lot of you are just feeling excited and enthusiastic. We have the Three of Wands as your first card, which kind of said, you need to go on an adventure. And the Page of Wands coming up in this position would kind of say to me that in the future you will have chosen to go on this adventure, whatever it is. And it could be like starting a new business, a new relationship, a new whatever, and I think it's going to make you feel really happy. You have the Ace of Pentacles as your outcome, which is amazing. The Ace of Pentacles is all about new opportunities. It's crazy to me that at the end of every single year, people get tons of aces, and it makes sense because new year, new energy, new you, and so you could really be accepting new opportunities because we're entering into the new year at the end of the year here, and you could just be ready for some fresh new energy, and I would definitely be accepting fresh new energy into your life. But let's see here, Aquarius, what else we get. With the Three of Wands and the Fool, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I literally said it with that Fool at the beginning of the reading, that you could be already looking at an opportunity that could lead to a lot of growth. And I feel with that Ace of Pentacles, you just have to accept it into your life. I think you could almost take the leap of faith now, if you see an opportunity or if you have an opportunity. With the Ace of Pentacles, it could definitely be financial, but, it doesn't have to be. It could be any opportunity at all. Even the Temperance card, I literally just said this to someone else. I don't remember who, but, I just said this to another sign, that sometimes I feel with Temperance, it's about ripping the Band-Aid off. Sometimes with Temperance, I feel like we see an opportunity. He's got this glowing crown in the background there. This is the path to glory, but he's still screwing around with those two cups. He's basically trying to perfect his situation. He's trying to make something perfect before he goes off on his journey, but really the path exists. The crown exists. He could just go start his journey, right? And that's a glowing crown, Aquarius. So this might be an opportunity that other people can see as well. So sometimes I feel like the Temperance card says, don't screw around. Other people can also see this opportunity, whether it's a job, a business, a person, a place, a thing, right? And so you're very close, because he's very close to that crown. That's not a super long path. And, I would just go and get something that you want. With the High Priestess, you have the Five of Pentacles. I said something earlier about you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you don't have what you need. Remember, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I think the Five of Pentacles is coming up in the area of your thoughts. And the Five of Pentacles has a very easy solution. Five of Pentacles says that you need to not call attention to your weaknesses. You need to focus on your strengths. And so, again, very easy solution, right? Do not call attention to your weaknesses, which I already kind of said earlier. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. This is running up to the edge of the diving board, getting scared, and not jumping off, right? So I think for a lot of you, this is saying that you're kind of running up to the edge of the diving board and you're not taking the leap of faith. With the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords gets to a certain point in the reading, and then he's running back to the past. He's always pointing in this direction. But the problem is he's making too hasty of a decision. I feel like the Eight of Wands is talking about follow through. You need to see something through all the way to the end and find out what's going to happen. It's like you don't want to end up like that lady on the Titanic, saying it's been 84 years. I never found out what would have happened if I went and took advantage of that opportunity. I never would have found out what would have happened if I, took a risk on that person or that job or that thing, right? And so I kind of see that. Like I see you as an old person saying I should have taken that risk. So don't, right? Also, the Titanic sucks. Terrible movie. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of celebrations, happiness, again, people. So the Nine of Pentacles is very independent energy. And having this in the past, this could say that you are just entering into a much more kind of like social time. And so there you go. I think you're entering into a social time. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, to me, sometimes represents taking a risk. And so I think you do have to take some sort of risk to get what you want here from this reading. The Five of Swords can also say that you need to cut things out that no longer serve you. He's walking away from this battle. The Five of Swords can represent winning at all cost, or he's trying to win at all cost, or he did win at all cost. I don't feel too bad about this reading in your reading. I think it's more just talking about taking a risk. And clearly, if you take the risk, you will be happy that you did with the Page of Wands. With the Temperance card, you have the Ten of Swords. Something is dead, done, over with. Again, you could be ending one thing here to start something else, But the Ten of Swords says that something could be a blessing in disguise. He's making the symbol with his hand right here, and that symbol is the same symbol the Hierophant is making on his card, and it just represents a blessing. So I think for a lot of you, that if you are leaving something behind or letting go of something, that it's really a blessing in disguise with the Ten of Swords. I would also say that having the Three of Cups here as well, with the Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords to the Ten of Swords, some of you could be leaving certain people in your life behind, especially if this is like friends or, people that you thought were friends that stabbed you in the back, then you could be leaving that behind. Really, with the Temperance card, the Temperance card is about turning a negative into a positive. So I think the Temperance card could be saying you're creating a turnaround. With the Three of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's kind of like saying listen to your heart, basically. The Queen of Cups, she is very heart-based. She is focusing on that cup that's in front of her. And I always say that cup, it doesn't look like a cup. It looks like a trophy. And so it kind of represents the fact that she really values what her heart is telling her to do. And I think that if you make more heart-based connections with people in your life, that you're obviously just going to have better connections. I think if you're, I think that some of you maybe have realized over the years, like who your true friends are, who really has your best interest at heart. And, I just kind of get that feeling that some of you, with all of this right here, but also this here, could be paying more attention to people that actually support you, people that want the best for you, and all that other stuff. With the Page of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the only card in the tarot the only knight in the tarot that isn't making any moves. So he has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to make something grow. He has all the knowledge and wisdom to plant seeds in this field behind him, but he's not doing it. And again, I really get this feeling here. And, this could be because of a past hurt. Like, if you're not, if at this moment you are not taking action on something, it could be because you were hurt in the past or something challenging happened in the past. But I really feel you need to follow through. Like we were saying with the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, it's kind of like you need to start something and see it through to the end, or, see it to its logical conclusion, whatever that might be. And the Knight of Pentacles kind of says you're over-prepared. He has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs. He has these oak leaves on his helmet, which represent knowledge and wisdom. It's like he knows everything he needs to know to be successful with an opportunity, but he's like overthinking it. So whatever you are overthinking, I would get started on here, Aquarius. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Tower. The Tower can represent reality. Pretty weird combination, getting the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower, because, that can kind of represent a new reality that leads to a new opportunity. I personally don't think the Tower is a bad card. The Tower is, these people have been ignoring reality. Now they're being brought back down to reality, and they're seeing reality for what it actually is. And so, really, is that a bad thing? I would say no. This could also say that if you have had a Tower moment in the past, that you could be seeing the opportunity in the Tower moment. With the Temperance card right here, the Temperance card is about, again, turning things around. But this is an action that we have to take to turn a situation around. It's about kind of getting the gold out of a bad situation, although I don't really feel this is a bad situation. You have this harmony card, so clearly there will be peace and harmony in your life at this time, so that is a good thing. Again, just because, I'm sure someone's going to take it there, just because you have one bad card in a reading does not make the whole entire reading bad. So I'm sure someone's going to accuse me of making this reading too positive. First off, go watch someone else get lost, number one. Number two, the Tower is not necessarily a bad card. This could be a pleasant surprise. This could be, a surprise opportunity that's coming in for you. So there you go. You have this practicality card. I don't think Aquarius has a hard time being practical. So I don't know. Just keep being you, right? You have this fortune card. Yeah, definitely could be great fortunes. And again, the Tower with the Ace of Pentacles could be great fortunes, like surprise opportunities that bring fortunes into your life or improve your life in some way. So again, definitely could be great fortunes. You have this choice card. I do feel like you have to make a decision here, Knight of Pentacles. And, the other thing about the Tower is that the Tower can be a warning. The Tower could say, with the Knight of Pentacles, that if you don't take action on an opportunity that you're looking at, there will be a Tower moment. Like I said with the Temperance card, it's almost like that Temperance card was saying to me, like, don't end up disappointed in the future because, that crown is glowing in the background. It's almost like other people can also see an opportunity you're looking at. So, like, don't sleep on any opportunities that present themselves in any area of your life. Like, again, I kind of feel that in this reading. Like, I don't really believe in giving like warning readings because it's like, really, I think we make the decisions in life that we make, and we were always going to make those decisions anyway. So, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think a tarot reading should tell you what to do. But I would say that I wouldn't miss out on this opportunity if I were you. You can do whatever you want, but, again, I wouldn't miss out on it. You have this lust card. I do feel that there could be a connection coming in for some of you, and it could be like a very lusty connection, like in a good way. But looks good here, Aquarius, for the most part. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.